He's going to get live from Bristol, Connecticut here at historic Muzzy Field. Bristol Blues baseball are back here for a two-game set Friday and Saturday. And the Bristol Blues are facing off against the Worcester Bravehearts. Worcester 16-13 on the season. The Bristol Blues 17-5. And AJ, my partner for tonight's matchup, they are coming in hot. Worcester is 8-2 in their last 10 games, and they have surpassed the Bristol Blues. They are in second place, and the Bristol Blues have been in that position up until yesterday for 36 days, if I recall. So Bristol getting a little bit of a wake-up call right here.
Worcester, one of the hottest teams in the league so far, currently on a 5-game win streak dating back to July 1st. And that win streak started in that doubleheader on July 1st when they took both here at Muzzy Field. So Bristol looking to get back on the beam after 2 tough luck losses the other night on the 4th of July against the North Shore Navigators, losing by 1 in the 9th inning. And then last night up in Worcester, losing a tight one 3-2 to these very Bravehearts. So Emmett Sheehan getting the start tonight, looking to right the ship for Bristol. And if you're Ronnie Palmer, there's no better guy you want out there. He is 2-0 in his starts so far this season.
And AJ, why don't you round out the first 3 batting for the Worcester Bravehearts?
Mariano Ricciardi leading things off, followed by Chris Rinaldi, and then Michael Delicari in the 3-hole, Edward House, Jack Gonzalez, Brett Koffel, Dustin Harris, John Hansen, and Joe Pesci rounding things out.
And Sheehan's ready. First pitch delivered. Exactly 7 o'clock. It was outside 1-0. We'll give you the defense for the Bristol Blues after this pitch. 1-0 chopper right back to Sheehan. He's going to wait. Toss over to Bonficini for the first out. In the outfield, left, center, right, Brancato, Brierton, Stevens. In the infield, Bonficini at first, Osberg at second, Leparco at short, Malloy at third, Ramsey behind the plate on the mound. Emmett Sheehan going to Boston College in the fall.
Sheehan 2-0 so far in his 2 starts. Was primarily a bullpen guy at the beginning of the season, but we talked about some uncertainty at the back of the rotation, so Coach Ronnie Palmer giving his young righty a chance, and so far he's taken advantage. Just a 2.07 ERA, but the bugaboo for him has been the walks. 14 bases on balls in 17 innings pitched.
1-0 foul back, 1-1.
And in his last start, that came June 29th against Nashua, he picked up the win, went 4 innings strong, giving up only 1 run and 2 hits.
1-1 from Sheehan. There's the breaking ball low, but that's a good sign compared to the last game, as you stated, against Nashua. 7 walks.
7 walks.
And only threw 5 curveballs, none of them for strikes. And then 4 of them were high. 2-1 high fastball, 3-1.
And that's going to be key for Sheehan. You can see his effortless motion and his fastball really pops out of his arm. But as we said, good hitters are going to be able to catch up to that fastball, as Rinaldi did right there, rips it foul. So he's going to have to be able to mix in that off-speed stuff. We haven't seen much of a changeup from him. It's not his put-away pitch. And last start, just was not able to locate that curveball. Was missing high, so we'll see what the adjustment is in this start today for Sheehan.
Payout pitch was fouled back. We'll do it again. At the plate is said Chris Rinaldi, 344, 23 runs, a home run, 8 RBIs. Has struck out 17 times. Does go to Holy Cross, and he's second in the FCBL in average. 3-2 pitch, cut at and missed, and Sheehan gets the first strikeout, second out here in the top of the first.
Sheehan, bold decision there, 3-2 pitch. Good fight there from Rinaldi, but Sheehan cranking it up there. Probably, I would say, low 90s here, and early on going with the high heat. Rinaldi not able to catch up to that one.
At the plate, the right fielder, Michael Delicari. First pitch on the hands, going to stay in the infield. Malloy with a diving play right in front of his shortstop, Leparco. An exciting way to end the top of the first for your Bristol Blues by the third baseman, Justin Henry Malloy. We're going to head to the bottom of the first. Your Bristol Blues will be up to bat. You're watching the Bristol Blues right here on the Bristol Blues YouTube channel. Bottom of the first, 0-0 is your score. A diving play from Malloy, able to kind of steal in a way that third out, which would have been difficult with Delicari's speed. And now we're going to have the first three batting. And AJ, why don't you round out the starting 9 for the Bristol Blues?
Chris, I'm glad you asked. And leading things off, as per usual, for the Bristol Blues, second baseman Ian Osberg. In the 2-hole at shortstop today, Alex Laparco. In center field, getting the start after he got the start on the mound yesterday. So a bit of an interesting call there from Ronnie Palmer is Richard Brereton. He's in center field. And in the cleanup spot, designated hitter Patrick Winkle, headed to UConn next year. Third baseman in the 5-hole, Justin Henry Malloy, and followed by Matt Bonvicini, the first baseman. And in right field, batting 7th, Peyton Stevens. Bryce Ramsey getting the start behind the dish today, batting 8th. And rounding things out, left fielder out of Fairfield University, Giacomo Brancato.
From left, center, right, we're going to have Haas, Pesci, and Delicari. We'll give you the rest of the defense after this pitch to Osberg, batting .317, 22 runs scored, first pitch high, 1-0. At first is Harris, at second is Ricciardi, shortstop is Rinaldi, third. Hansen behind the plate, Koffel, and on the mound, Joseph Mancini. Fastball down the middle, 1-1, and here's a fun fact for you back at home watching this game on the Bristol Blues YouTube channel. Both starting pitchers are going to Boston College in the fall. Nice little changeup, fading action away from Osberg, 1-2.
A couple of future Eagles, and not only both will be playing at Boston College next year as freshmen.
1-2, low, and Osberg goes down swinging. First out here in the bottom of the first.
Both Mancini and Sheehan, Fairfield County products. Sheehan out of Darien, Connecticut. Mancini out of Fairfield.
He flew out to Pesci. Brereton cut at and misses on a slider away, 0-2. Brereton a .302 average, 9 RBIs. High fastball, 1-2.
Mancini named to the New Haven Register All-Area team this past season. 7-0 with a .88 ERA this year for the Jesuits of Fairfield Prep. Was also a member of the CHSCA All-State team. So some good accolades from the future Eagle. Has yet to record a victory this year for the Bravehearts.
But gets 2 strikeouts via the K, both swinging. We're heading to the bottom, or rather the top of the second. 0-0's your score. You're watching the Bristol Blues right here on the Bristol Blues YouTube channel. Top of the second, 0-0 your score. Joseph Mancini, the starter for the Worcester Bravehearts. 2 strikeouts, both of them swinging. Impressively was able to get Osberg on a changeup down and away, and then Brereton in the same pitch. So now we're back up to the top of the second. We'll have 4, 5, 6. Haas, Gonzalez, Koffel, if any of them get on. Dustin Harris. Sheehan back on for a second inning of work. So far as 1 strikeout. Showing a lively fastball, gets House swinging 0-1.
House in left field today. Coming into this one, hitting .480 with 8 ribbies, so absolutely raking so far since he joined the Bravehearts on June 29th. And in that doubleheader back on July 1st, he was a Blues killer. Finished the day 4 for 7 with 4 ribbies.
0-2 coming to House. Ground ball softly to Malloy. Waits for it. Fires over to first. Accurate throw to Bonficini for the first out. Showing off the plus arm that the third baseman has. The Vanderbilt commit in the fall. And it's nice to see Malloy, as we saw before in the previous game here at Muzzy Field, how he showed the arm strength, but the accuracy wasn't there. And one of the errors against North Shore actually cost them, you could say, the game. But Malloy not showing any sort of game-to-game struggles right there. First pitch swinging, slicing foul up the third baseline. Coming off the bat of Gonzalez, 194, 7 RBIs, goes to Stenson College.
Talking about Malloy, he's so solid over there at third, and that one errant throw he made against the Navs came with a couple guys on late in the game. I believe the Blues were up 2 runs in that situation, and just trying to do a little bit too much as he had a layout for a ground ball in the hole. Got up a little bit too quickly and rushed his throw over to Bonficini at first, and that one trickled away, allowing a couple runs to come in to score, and that really came back to bite them as they ended up losing that game 5-4.
1-2 off the bat, slicing the left, but stays in the air long enough for Alex Leparco to be able to range. And that's what the shortstop does for the Bristol Blues from Western New England. The amount of ability that he's able to cover with the range and be able to track the ball. Got to give a lot of credit to Alex Leparco.
And typically that left side of the defense, no matter what combination of guys you throw out there, you got guys like Jeremy Sagan, Alex Leparco, Justin Henry Malloy. Osberg's gotten a couple starts at short, and really just a strong unit all around in the infield.
And with 2 outs, Brett Koffel will be coming up a .289 average with 21 RBIs. Goes to St. Leo College. Koffel 5th in FCBL in RBIs. Quickly down 0-2, and we're seeing the lively fastball from Emmett Sheehan. And we saw that in his last start, but the big thing was the changeup and the curveball. Lack of that command. Let's see how he adjusts second time through against his Worcester lineup. 0-2 coming to Koffel. Cut at and missed. An impressive 2 innings for Emmett Sheehan. 6 up, 6 down. We're heading to the bottom of the second. 0-0's your score. You're watching the Bristol Blues on the Bristol Blues YouTube channel. Bottom of the second, 0-0. 4, 5, and 6. Winkle, Malloy, and Bonficini will be coming up to bat. And, AJ, we were talking off the air about how Emmett Sheehan really showing that extra gas on the fastball. We haven't seen much of a curveball and a changeup, so far 1 on each. But the fastball has, for the most part, overpowered this hot Worcester Bravehearts team, coming in only losing 2 of their last 10 games.
And that's baseball right there. I mean, momentum is only as good as your next day's starting pitcher, and Sheehan so far has come out and first 6 batters, sent them down, and an impressive fastball to start things out. But that doesn't always work later in games as teams start to figure you out and they get used to their fastball a couple times through the order. So he's definitely going to have to figure something out, make adjustments as this game progresses.
Now, one thing to note for as Winkle comes up looking at a first pitch fastball high and away, the sun is now directly in the left-handed hitter's eye, so it's going to be difficult as Winkle is able to rip that into right center. That's going to go in as a base hit. Coming up quickly is Delacari. Gets it into Rinaldi covering second base. And the Bristol Blues have their first hit here in the bottom of the second off the bat.